So good morning students. Let's start with our second chapter of chemistry, that is acids, bases and salts. So this is our second chapter of your book and also second chapter of your chemistry part. So till now, till your 8th class, you have studied regarding what are acid bases on the basis of their physical properties, means on the basis of their physical properties how we can define acid and bases. First of all, uh, what are sour and bitter substance? As also you know, sour means khatta and bitter means kadwa. So there is a basic identification for acids and bases, as acids are sour in taste and bases are bitter in taste. Sour means like nimbu, lemon, oranges. So any sour substance, any khatta substance is you can taken as acid, and bitter substance you can take as base. So in this chapter we will study regarding that. So as you can see here, um, this is your chapter. Now property did you think of while choosing the remedy? There is a situation, they have created a situation here that you have overeat and you are suffering from a problem of acidity. So what is the remedy for this? So there is and probably there is overeating problem and you have eaten a lot and you are not feeling well, you are suffering from your acidity. What you will do for this? Okay, so here, which property did you think of while choosing the remedy? Sure, you must have used for knowledge about the ability of acids and bases to nullify each other effect. So there they have give you two remedies. Either you will take vinegar, lemon juice or baking soda solution for treating your acidity problem. Obviously you will take base sodium, that is baking soda solution. Why? Because it is a base, it is a base, and you well know that acid nullify the base or base nullify the effect of acid. So recall how you tested sour and bitter substances without tasting them. Now, in this level, no doubt we can taste weak acids or bases, but in this chapter, by tasting the acid and bases is not a healthy exercise. So we have to learn some methods that how we can identify that particular solution is acidic or basic in nature. So for this, what will you do? You already know that acids are sour, as I have earlier discussed. So with the help of indicator, there are indicators. In now I have used the term indicators as here written in your book also, that by using indicator. Okay, so indicator are what? Indicators are chemical substances which identify that whether a particular organic compound is acidic or basic in nature. So there are some natural indicators also, organic you can say that, and synthetic indicators also. Synthetic means we have prepared that indicators in the lab, and organic means they are already present in our nature. So let's start. Turmeric. Turmeric is a very well known indicator. How we can identify with the help of turmeric that particular substance is acid or base. So many times you have observed when you find a stain of turmeric or stain of cooked food on your shirt or on your clothes, it's firstly yellow. But when you wash and you apply soap on it, now soap is what? Soap is a base. When you apply soap on it, it becomes red, and when again if you rinse it with plenty of water, it becomes clear, means red color rinse off with water. So what is this? This turmeric gives red color when it comes in contact with any base. So here soap is what? Soap is a base. Here are also some synthetic indicators like here methyl orange and phenolphthalein. So phenolphthalein and methyl orange are two synthetic indicator here. There are many more indicators, natural indicator like litmus solution, litmus solutions. Now litmus is what? ये how we can prepare it. Litmus is nothing, it is a uh, purple dye. Litmus is a purple dye and which is extracted from lichen. It is a plant belong to the division. Okay, so it is commonly used an indicator. Now it is very useful to use litmus because it can identify both the presence of acids as well as bases. जबकि अदर साइड क्या हो रहा है, टर्मरिक कैन ओनली प्रिडिक्ट द प्रेजेंस ऑफ ओनली द बेस, बट litmus solution can predict whether it is an acid or it is a base. It gives through different results or observations. We have two litmus solutions, blue and red. Blue is used for the presence of showing the presence of acids. If blue litmus turns to red, it means it is an acid, and if red litmus changes to blue, it means it is a base. So now, so this is your chapter. Now there is a question related to that is you have been provided with 3 test tubes. One of them contains distilled water and one has acid and one has base. If you are given only red litmus paper, how will you identify the contents of each tube? So what we do here, let us consider we have test tube A, test tube B and test tube C. So this is your A, this is your B test tube and this is your C test tube. So what we do here in this case, we have only red litmus paper, so we take one strip of red litmus paper and we will dip in these 3 test tubes one by one. So in let us consider in test tube C, the red litmus paper changes to blue, means it is confirmed that in C it is base. Now we left with only test tube A and test tube B. So how will you now identify whether it is acid or distilled water? So what will we do? We take a very little amount of solutions from A and B and mix it with few drops of solution C. Now again we test it with red litmus paper. So in case where the red litmus again changes its color with new solutions, then we identify it is distilled water. How we can come to this conclusion? As explained now, एक्चुअली होगा क्या, जैसे ही आपने डिस्टिल वाटर और सी में से बेस को लेके मिक्स किया तो मीन्स आपको कंफर्म हो जाएगा कि इस टेस्ट ट्यूब वाला जो है वो डिस्टिल वाटर है, क्योंकि अगर हमने पानी में बेस को मिक्स किया है तो रहेगा तो वो बेस ही, उसकी इंटेंसिटी कंसंट्रेशन थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा, वो ज़्यादा डाइल्यूट हो जाएगा, लेकिन रहेगा वो बेस ही. बट इन केस अगर हम उस सी सोल्यूशन को बी सोल्यूशन के साथ मीन्स एसिड के साथ मिक्स करेंगे तो हमारा रेड लिटमस वो बेस नहीं बन जाएगा. ठीक है, सो इट विल नॉट कन्वर्ट रेड लिटमस पेपर टू ब्लू. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई that in which test tube it is acid, base or distilled water. So you have to learn and write this in text question. This is first question of your book, so you have to learn it. Now next is here your understanding the chemical properties of, next topic is understanding the chemical properties of acids and bases. So for this there is an activity that you have to take following samples here, some samples of acids like HCl, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, then sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, means we have taken here some bases and some acids. Now let us I will just want to tell you, till now we have not discussed the proper definition of acid and bases, because we are going according to your NCERT book. ये जो आपको एसिड बेस का कॉन्सेप्ट है ये आपको थोड़ी देर बाद यहाँ पे आएगा. हम इसी के अकॉर्डिंग चलेंगे. फर्स्टली आई हैव जस्ट टेल यू द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एसिड एंड बेसिस. नाउ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट we are going to perform these activity. So firstly we will discuss that how acids and bases react with one another. Now what are firstly chemical properties, means their reactions with water, with metals, with non-metals, with oxygen. So all of this. So for understanding this, they have made here a one table, that is sample solution, means whether you are using here H2SO4, whether you are using here sulfuric acid or acetic acid or potassium hydroxide और sodium hydroxide, means जो भी आप यहाँ पे यूज़ कर रहे हैं वो हमने यहाँ पे सैम्पल सोल्यूशन में लिखना है. ओके, देन हम लिखेंगे ऑब्जर्वेशन विद रेड लिटमस सोल्यूशन, ऑब्जर्वेशन विद ब्लू लिटमस, observation with phenolphthalein indicator, and observation with methyl orange solution indicator. Now what are these methyl and phenolphthalein? As I have earlier told you, these are synthetic indicator, the indicators which we have prepared in the lab. So let us perform this activity. So this is our activity 2.1. As you can see here, there are 4 sample indicators, that is red litmus, blue litmus, and phenolphthalein indicator or methyl orange. Okay, so we will start now with this activity. As you can see here, in this activity there are 4 indicators: red litmus solution, this is a blue litmus solution, and this is your methyl orange and phenolphthalein indicator. So we will take 4 samples. There are 4 watch glasses in this. Now we have added here dilute hydrochloric acid. Now in these 4 watch glasses we will add one by one the blue litmus, red litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So you can see here, when we add red litmus here, there is no change, but when we had here blue litmus, the watch glass color changes, and when we have added here phenolphthalein, no change, but we have added in methyl orange, then again its color changes to red. So as you can see here, so these are what it means: blue litmus and methyl orange are showing the presence of acid. Okay, now again we will take here sodium hydroxide on these 4 watch glasses, and we are going to use same 4 indicators. In first watch glass we have added red litmus, in second blue litmus, in third now we will use phenolphthalein, in fourth we will use methyl orange. Now we have to observe in which case we are getting color observations. So you can see here, in first case red litmus changes to blue in first watch glass, no change in second. In third you see that phenolphthalein changes to pink color when it comes in contact with sodium hydroxide, means it is a base, and with methyl orange it will gives you no information. So from this activity we can confer that the indicators, that is red litmus and methyl orange gives characteristics color change with the acids, and blue litmus and phenolphthalein gives characteristics color change with the bases. So this is regarding your first activity. Now move to your next activity, that is activity 2.2. So this is our activity 2.2, but we have to do here in this activity we have to take in this activity. There are we have to take some finely chopped onions. So before I will discuss this activity, I will just let you know that what are olfactory indicators as written in your book, that is olfactory indicators. Now what are these olfactory indicators? As I have earlier told you, indicators. So indicators are of basically two types, which some gives changes in color, means we are observing change in color, and some changing their smell, changing their smell. So there are these, the indicator which gives characteristic change in their smell when they comes in contact with acids or bases, these are known as olfactory indicators. Mainly there is onion and onion, then vanilla essence. ठीक है, so all these are olfactory indicators. So this activity 2.2 is related to our olfactory indicators. So what we have to do here, just read the procedure, but I will just show you with the help of this activity. Okay, so this is your activity 2.2. So what we have to do here in this activity, they have taken some uh, onion peels in this cloth. Okay, then clove, it is also a olfactory indicator. Okay, now this, on this watch class they have taken HCl, and in this watch class they have taken sodium hydroxide, that is a base. So we will start this activity. So what happened in this, when this onion and clove oil, or you say vanilla essence, comes in contact with acid or base, some of indicators retain their smell. They retain their smell when comes in contact with acid, but when they come in contact with base, they will changes their smell. ओके, मीन्स उनकी स्मेल जो है वो रहेगी नहीं, या तो चेंज हो जाएगी, बिकॉज एज वी ऑल नो दैट अनियन हैज सब कैरेक्टरिस्टिक पंजेंट स्मेल. सो नाउ एज यू कैन सी हियर, we have taken two samples of onions on two watch glasses. On first sample we have added HCl, and now on other onion we will add sodium hydroxide. Okay, so
प्याज में हमने
so as you can see here, the onion in which we have added acid, it becomes a little bit pink, and in which we have added sodium hydroxide, it becomes a little bit green. And as you can see here on the screen, that they have written, when we add any acid to onion, its smell becomes more pungent. Okay, and color changes to little pink. And when we have when we add any acid, its color changes to a little bit green, and it gives a different characteristic smell. Now in this and now in this activity we will using here vanilla essence. Same for we will add a little bit acid and little bit base in both the cases, and we can see here characteristic changes, means you can change. In case of acid there is sweet smell, but in case of base this smell does not, you can't smell it. So this is all regarding your olfactory indicator. Same with the clove oil. Now next move to आप ये मत सोचना कि इस चैप्टर में एक्चुअली बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं रिगार्डिंग एसिड एंड बेस, एंड दीज इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू डिस्कस ऑल दीज एक्टिविटीज़. So which of these, vanilla, onion and clove, can be used as olfactory indicators on the basis of observation? So our observation is we can use three of them as olfactory indicators, because they give characteristic change in smell when they comes in contact with acids as well as bases. Now our next topic is how do acids and bases react with metals? Again, to understand this topic, we have to go through uh, a activity. So this is your activity setup to understand this topic, that is how do acids and bases react with metals. So as you can see here in this picture, there is an activity setup. What we have to take, we have to take 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid, okay, and you have to mix it with few zinc granules in it, means metal. एसिड में हम क्या करेंगे, मेटल डालेंगे, और वी हैव टू ऑब्जर्व दैट व्हाट हैपन्स when this hydrochloric acid comes in contact with any acids. So let us start with our third activity. So this is our third activity. In this activity, so as you can see here, there is an experimental setup. They have taken here a test tube. In this test tube they have added some hydrochloric acid. You may take any acid, you may take nitric acid. Observations are same with any acid, okay. Now what they have do, now they have added zinc granules also in this now what are the material required for this activity? The material required for this activity, so glass slab, candle, soap, water, dilute hydrochloric acid and zinc granules, okay. Now these all things, that total eight things are in number. Now procedure, come to procedure. So there is a test tube and we have clamp it on a stand. Now there is dilute hydrochloric acid. We will add HCl. HCl means hydrochloric acid in this test tube. Now some of the zinc granules we have taken here and we will add it to the test tube, okay, right. Now what is this? This rubber cork delivery tube means from the gas which which evolved in this test tube just go into this टब. नाउ बट इस टब में बच्चे सोप सोल्यूशन है. जब गैस यहाँ से पास करेगी तो बबल्स उठेंगे, मीन्स यू इट इज़ ईजी टू ऑब्जर्व दैट गैस इज़ पासिंग और नॉट. और जैसे ही आप कोई कैंडल, बर्निंग कैंडल यहाँ पे लेके आएंगे गैस के पास, इट विल बर्न विद पॉप साउंड, मीन्स आपको आवाज़ आएगी जैसे हल्का सा कोई दिवाली में पटाखा चलता है ना, पॉप की साउंड आएगी. So what is this sound indicate? This sound indicates the presence of hydrogen gas, because only hydrogen gas burns with pop sound. So we have come to a conclusion with the help of this activity that when acids react with any metal, they produce hydrogen gas. They produce hydrogen gas. And how we comes to this conclusion? Because when we bring a burning candle near to this hydrogen gas, it burns with pop sound. So this is your activity. Same now this is with your HCl, means with an acid. The same result we are getting with our base, means अगर हम इस टेस्ट ट्यूब में एसिड की जगह सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड का सोल्यूशन लेंगे तब भी आपको सेम हाइड्रोजन गैस ही निकलेगा. सो दिस इज योर एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप एंड फ्रॉम योर NCERT book. So comes to conclusion, generalization of this reaction is when acid reacts with metal, the products are salt plus hydrogen gas. Means हाइड्रोजन गैस तो हमेशा ही रहेगा, वो सेम ही फॉर्मूला होगा, बट ये जो आपका सोल्ट यहाँ पे लिखा है, सोल्ट इज, दे हैव रिटन हियर सोल्ट. सो दिस सोल्ट डिपेंड्स ऑन विच एसिड वी आर यूजिंग हेयर एंड विच मेटल वी आर यूजिंग हेयर. उसके बेस पे डिपेंड करेगा कि हम कौन सा सोल्ट यहाँ पे रिएक्शन में बनेगा. So similar with the next activity, that is 2.4. दिस इज़ नथिंग, बस हमने एसिड जो हमने पिछली एक्टिविटी में किया है इन एक्टिविटी 2.3, जस्ट वही प्रोसीजर को फॉलो करना है, बट इन प्लेस ऑफ हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड वी हैव टू यूज़ एनी बेस. सो दे हैव टेकन हेयर सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड solution, and observation is again same. When a metal reacts with a base, hydrogen gas is evolved, and salt again depend on which base we are using and which metal we are using. As you can see here, in this reaction they have used sodium hydroxide as a base and zinc metal. So when sodium hydroxide and zinc metal react with, they form sodium zincate. This salt is formed. This salt is formed along with our hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is one generalization here, that when acids react with bases, when acids and bases react with metal, hydrogen gas is evolved with corresponding salts. Now next move to our next topic, that is 2.1.3, that is how do metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids. Before doing this topic, first you should know that what are metal carbonates, and what are metal hydrogen carbonates. So carbonates means CO and 3. When any metal making compound with this carbonate, it is metal carbonate. And when you write here H, that is hydrogen carbonate. So सोडियम हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट मीन्स हम मेटल हाइड्रोजन कार्बन, यहाँ पे कोई भी मेटल आ जाएगी हाइड्रोजन के साथ तो वो हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट बन जाएगा. और अगर सिंपली हाइड्रोजन नहीं होगा, सिर्फ कार्बोनेट के साथ कोई मेटल कंपाउंड बना रही है, दैट इज़ योर मेटल कार्बोनेट. सो पहले हमने डिस्कस किया सिंपल मेटल जो एसिड बेस के साथ रिएक्ट करती है तो क्या होता है. अब हमने डिस्कस करना है दैट व्हाट हैपन व्हेन मेटल कार्बोनेट एंड हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट्स रिएक्ट विद एसिड्स. So again, to understanding this activity, we have to again perform here an activity to understand this topic. So what is that? Here is experimental setup regarding this activity. This one, take 2 test tubes, label them A and B. We have to take 0.5 gram of sodium carbonate in one, and sodium bicarbonate. Bicarbonate means sodium hydrogen carbonate in test tube B. Now we have to add 2 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid in both the test tube. What will you observe? Mean हम इसमें क्या observe करेंगे? We have to discuss that. So this is a generalization of this reaction, but we are not going to discuss it before. Firstly, we are going to perform this activity. So I have already saved this activity. So this is our 4th activity. It is basically 2.5th activity of your book. So let us start with this activity. So there is an experimental setup. Okay, so they have labeled all the name of this. This is delivery tube, Chisel funnel. Now what is experiment we are doing here? Acids react with carbonate and hydrogen carbonate. Carbon dioxide gas is evolved. हमने पढ़ लिया कि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस यहाँ पे इवॉल्व हो रही है, बट हाउ वी कम टू दिस कंक्लूजन, लेट अस डिस्कस विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस एक्टिविटी. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स वी आर यूजिंग हियर: लाइम वाटर, bicarbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, hydrochloric acid, delivery tube, Chisel funnel, test tube, iron stand, rubber cock. ठीक है, so all these materials are required in this activity. Now we have to set up this experiment. Take about 5 gram of sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, means किसी एक के साथ पहले हम करेंगे, या फिर हम अलग अलग टेस्ट ट्यूब में दोनों चीज़ों को ले लेंगे, सोडियम कार्बोनेट भी और सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट, दैट इज नोन एज सोडियम हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट. So firstly we are doing this experiment with sodium carbonate, and in another test tube we have taken here lime water. हमने यहाँ पे lime water भी ले लिया दूसरी test tube में. Now we will kept in test tube stand. This is test tube stand. We have kept the test tube containing lime water. Now this is delivery tube. Delivery tube, as I have explained in another activity, delivery tube passes gas from one test tube to another test tube. This is cork, ठीक है. So close the test tube with the two holded rubber cork containing delivery tube and this special funnel. Place another end of the delivery tube into the lime water. Now add about 2 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid to sodium carbonate with the help of this funnel. This ये जो छोटा सा आपको मटका सा है, this is special funnel. So with the help of this funnel we are adding hydrochloric acid to the sodium carbonate. Now observe carefully, you can see bubble in the lime water. लाइम वाटर वाले टेस्ट ट्यूब में आपको बबल्स दिख रहे होंगे. तो बेसिकली व्हाट हैपन्स हियर, यहाँ से टेस्ट ट्यूब से जो सोडियम कार्बोनेट की टेस्ट ट्यूब है वहाँ पे भी बबल उठ रहे हैं, लाइम वाटर वाले में बबल उठ रहे हैं. तो यहाँ की जो गैस बन रही है वो लाइम वाटर में शिफ्ट हो रही है. लाइम वाटर आपका पहले थोड़ा क्लियर था, नाउ इट बिकम्स मोर मिल्की. नाउ इट बिकम्स मोर मिल्की. ये आपको प्रॉपर्टी किसकी पता है, कौन सी गैस है जो कि लाइम वाटर को मिल्की करती है? येस, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. एंड इन दिस टेस्ट ट्यूब, अनदर टेस्ट ट्यूब, यू कैन सी हियर दैट also water drop. So this is all your regarding this activity. So we have come to conclusion here that in test tube A, when sodium just see here in your book, in test tube A, sodium carbonate with 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid, you will get sodium chloride. It is a salt here plus water and carbon dioxide. So one thing is clear here, that water and carbon dioxide is always there when your acid reacts with metal carbonate or either with metal hydrogen carbonate. Now in place of HCl, अगर हम कोई भी और एसिड लेते हैं, इट मे बी नाइट्रिक एसिड, मे बी सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, आपके पास वाटर और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हमेशा ही होगा. सॉल्ट इज डिफरेंट, ठीक है. सॉल्ट विल डिपेंड अपॉन द विच एसिड वी आर यूजिंग हेयर. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड. नाउ इन टेस्ट ट्यूब बी, टेस्ट ट्यूब बी में हमने क्या लिया था, व्हाट वी हैव टेकन इन टेस्ट ट्यूब बी, वी हैव टेकन सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट and HCl again our products are same, that is sodium chloride as a salt, water and carbon dioxide gas. So this is all about your activity 2.5, and this is very important. So what we have conferred or inferred from this activity, that when any metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate react with acid, we are getting two fixed products, that is water and carbon dioxide, and salt depend upon which acid and which base we are using here. Okay, understand. So this is all for today. We have discussed today 5 activities. You have I have given you 1 questions to learn and write along with. You have to go through these all activity. Among these 5 activities, 2 are very important, the 2.5 and 2.4 activity, 2.3 and 2.4 and 2.5, these all 3 are very important one. So what you have to do, you have to learn all these reactions and practice these reactions. Okay, again just try to make these labeled diagram, as sometime in the board exam they may ask how will you with the help of an activity show that metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid and carbon dioxide and water is रिलीज देयर. ठीक है. सो आपको एक एक्टिविटी की हेल्प से पूछा जा सकता है एग्जाम में कि बताइए कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और वाटर निकलता, तो आप ये एक्टिविटी की हेल्प से कैसे दिखाओगे. तो उसमें आपको ये सारा एक्टिविटी डिस्कस करनी होती है, स्टेप्स, उसकी फिगर, ठीक है, और क्या आपको उसमें से ऑब्जर्वेशन मिला. ठीक है. So no more questions for today. Just you have to go through these activities, especially 2.3, 4 and 2.5, and please practice this reaction as much you as can. Now one thing I just want to discuss here, just go to your NCERT book. On passing carbon dioxide gas evolved through lime water, ये वाला टॉपिक जो है, जस्ट लीव इट. इट अ लिटिल बिट मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. आई विल डिस्कस इन विद इन नेक्स्ट क्लास. ठीक है. सो थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स. रिवाइज योर टुडेज वर्क. थैंक यू.